welcome back to Carving Up the Trails. I'm D.
I'm Carver, this is Bree.
And today we're doing something a little bit different. We're not trail riding, we're not working on the Jeep, but I don't know if you can see it in the background, but we're trying to start a little garden, and one thing that we want to do is be able to add things into the garden that is more organic and better for the environment in general. So we're going to start us a little worm farm, and we're going to use the worm castings to help fertilize the soil and things like that. All you're going to need is 3 buckets. We actually found these 3 buckets. Somebody just threw them out on the baseball field that we practice on. And with these 3 buckets, a little bit of shredded up leaves, some food scraps, newspaper, and a couple drills, we pretty much have it all we need. Now the first bucket, you're not going to put any holes in, so you can actually just put it on the ground. Second and third buckets, we're going to drill some holes
On the bottom.
First place we need to drill a couple of holes is on the bottom, and since ours has these ridges and these 3 places are the low-lying ones, we're going to drill some 1/4-inch holes in the bottom, just kind of evenly spaced in all the big ridges. This is gonna, when we stack them up, this is gonna allow the worms to move back and forth. So I'm gonna let the kids help me. Carver's got his drill. I'm gonna help Bree with this one. So. And got as much of the plastic off as I could on both of the buckets. They don't have to be perfect. You can tell mine are a lot more uniform than the ones that Carver did. But the holes serve a couple purposes. 1, it keeps the humidity down in the farm. 2, it allows the worms to move between the bins. But also, if you've ever put 2 buckets together, you know they stick together. And so having those air holes that allows the air to move, that's what it's going to allow you to pull the buckets apart. So when it's done, we're going to have 3 stacks, and you're going to be able to pull the buckets apart no problem. But since we're just now establishing our farm, we're going to just put the worms and the bedding and stuff in the top layer here. And so this is where you're going to need all your ingredients. We've got our carbon rich material, that's just leaves and crushed up sticks. We have newspaper, and then I'll take and cut up these bananas and this apple that Bree has.
And the worms. That
I got from the school. Kids were just going to throw them away, so I brought them home with me. And then we need a spray bottle of water. So we're going to get
we have some worms.
We're going to put some water in here. We're going to get it moist. We're not going to get it dripping wet. We'll shred up the newspaper and do the same thing, spray some water on it, and we'll go from there.
Here you go.
So we got everything in the bucket except for one ingredient, and Carver's got that in his hands. He's got some sand, and they say throw some sand or rock dust or something like that down in there. That allows the worms to grind everything up. And so Carver's gonna hold the camera, and I'm just gonna get it mixed up. And you just kind of try to get everything mixed together here as best you can. You don't want everything sticking together and clumping together. Just kind of mix it up. All right. And we've just got regular old bait shop red worms. They say that's the best ones to use. Make sure it's on camera. Bree, you're about to knock everything over. You're about to knock everything up. So it's just regular old red worms, and you just dump them in there. And they'll make their moves.
Do we just dump them in?
Yeah, just dump them in there on top. And it's okay to go ahead and just leave the castings that's in the bowls in there. There may be eggs in there, so that's gonna help promote your worm farm. And then also it's got microbes and stuff in there that's gonna help amend what's going to be eventually soil and stuff. Here you go, Carly. And then you just kind of, you're not getting anything. And you just kind of real gentle try to work them in. Start getting them worked around. And
There's a banana.
Yeah, you kind of want to get the food covered with everything.
Yeah.
There's some right there. We got 90 red worms.
Yep. And then you just take the top off camera. Me and Carver, we just put a few holes in the top. The top doesn't have to be like super holy.
We just put 8 holes in there.
Because you just want to let the humidity out. That's all you want to do. And
that's exactly what we do.
it's gonna promote a good environment. And so we're just gonna take this, put it in our garage and let it sit for a couple months. See, that's a baby worm.
Let me see.
So they already
found it in.
They already had eggs in there, so that tells you they're already reproducing in these little tubs. So if there's one little bitty baby worm in these tubs, there's other eggs in here. So that's gonna promote for a healthy worm farm
right there.
So that was us making a worm farm. I just thought it'd be a fun little thing to do. The kids were out of school today. I was out of school. So we just went ahead and put that together. Like I said, we're working on a garden back here behind us. We chipped up a whole bunch of wood scraps and we leveled it off, and we've got 3 raised beds in there. We have room for 1 more. But did y'all have fun?
Yeah.
Think it was pretty cool?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to wrap this one up. So like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff.
Always stay outdoors and God bless you.
Y'all have a good one.